Okay, so today I'm going to teach you how to do that trick we did yesterday. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so for this you're going to pull out the 4 queens and any 4 of a kind you want. First I'm taking out the 4 8s because I like the 8s and they're nice. So once you've got your 4 of a kind, any 4 of a kind and the 4 queens, let's just straight into this one. So you're going to put your 4 8s on top of the deck and also the 4 queens. Then you're going to walk over to your spectator and show you got the 4 queens like this. Now you're going to actually place these 4 queens far away from the table, not right there. I'll explain why later. So you're going to leave them over there. Not that far away where you can build a new city, but make sure you keep them far away from where you can kind of reach them, but you have to do effort to reach them. So then you're going to force the top 8 on the spectator. Now I've got plenty of forces on my channel. I'll leave one down below that I'll recommend you to do. For this, I'm going to just do a bit of force, so you have your brake, and then you're going to riffle down. They say stop. You're just going to lift on the brake, and then you're going to move this pile up top and show the 8. So now you're going to they've seen the 8. Okay, you don't need to look at it. So they've seen the 8, and then you can do some false shuffles or whatever, or you can just leave it like this. Because now what you're going to do is you're going to catch a brake on top of the 8. Now this is a good excuse to draw your attention to the queens, and that's why you've kept them far away. So you say to the spectator, okay, so we've got the 4 queens over here, and as you're showing the 4 queens, you catch the brake underneath that card. So you pull these close like here, and as you're saying that, you're going to say I've got the 4 queens, and now you're saying you've got the 4 queens, you're going to cut the cards in a way like this. So you're going to do a double undercut. So you converted this into a thumb brake, and then you're moving this from the thumb brake, everything up. So then you've controlled the 8 to the bottom, and you've left these 3 8s on top. So then you're going to start vanishing the queens. Now, the first vanish is very easy. You're just going to do a brake underneath on top of the bottom card, so that 8 there. Convert that into a thumb brake. Swing cut the cards. You're going to do a countdown 1, 2, and 3. Now on 3, you're just going to drop this 8 on the queen like this, and when you move back, it's vanished. The 8's just gone top of there. So then I like to do this thing, showing that it's gone. Move this pile back up like this, then move to the next queen, the queen of clubs. For this one, you're just going to do an Erdnase color change. I've got a tutorial this on my channel, did it like a few weeks ago, check that out, I'll leave a link in below. So you do your Erdnase color change, this, and this, it's gone. That was not very good, these cards are very sticky. But so once you've done that, that's fine. Queen of hearts, you're going to do a Cardini Change. Now I do have a tutorial on the Cardini Change on my channel, I'll leave a link down below as well. Basically the Cardini Change is basically you're holding these 4 cards like this, and you're beveling the cards like this with your thumb, and you're going to do this, and it's basically the motion of these 4 fingers going to pull out, so like this, to pull it. Now it's going to be under the motion of this hand doing that, and once you do that, it's going to go. You're going to do that motion like that. It's a very hard technique. I do have an in-depth tutorial of it. It's linked down below, like I said. Pull out this next queen. Now as you're doing that, you're catching a brake underneath that card you did the Cardini Change, so that queen there. So as you're doing that, so you're moving this here, and then you're going to do a half pass with this card here, just to flip it over, okay? So you do it in a way, so you curl this card in, and you're just going to flip it over. Now you don't, if you're a beginner, you don't need to do that. You can give the cards to the spectator to inspect, and while they're inspecting that card, you're just going to flip this over. That is absolutely fine. So once you've got this card here, and this card is flipped over, you're then going to do a turnover pass. Now the way you're going to do this is you're going to catch a brake just anywhere in the half the deck, like this. Convert that into a thumb brake. Then you're going to curl your index in, and you're going to flip this over like this. But this is going to be the color of this hand. And you're not going to flip this over completely. You're then going to turn this pile over like this. That's why it's called a turnover pass, because you're turning it over while you're keeping this pile flipped over. So you've got your brake, okay? It's this, and then it's that. And that's the turnover pass. Basically I've just flipped the bottom half of the pile, as you can see here. So if I can get back to and then you're going to move this. As you're doing that, you're flipping this over, and then you do your turnover pass. Be careful not to flash. So in one motion you show this, and then you do a turnover pass like that, and it should be like that, and then you turn over again and show it's completely gone. like this. Then you do a wave, or pick up the fingers if you want, to show the queens are in fact not gone. And as you can see, there is one card in between, and that is in fact the 8. And what you're going to do is you're going to show these 4 queens, and you're going to slide off another 3 cards, and you're going to catch a break underneath them, like this. These are actually the 3 8s that you kept. And then you separate these piles, put them away, and then you square these back up and take everything from that break. So then you're in this weird position like this. You're going to hold the cards in middle grip, or whatever you want. You can hold it like this actually, to show, in fact, we've got the 4 queens. And be careful what here, you don't want to do this. You've got to make sure you do it nice and gently. Just show these 4 queens. You don't want to flash these 3 cards into here. Then you place this on the table, and you're going to let the spectator flip this over. While they're flipping this over, you're not sitting back and having a cup of coffee. You are doing a break under here, as well as this card. Okay, so this card and this card with your ring finger. Then you're going to convert these 2 into a thumb break like this. This is all happening while they're flipping over this card. So they're flipping over this card. And then to show that's in fact the 8 of clubs. And now while you're saying that, you're going to start off dealing, showing the 3 queens, the 4 queens. Now you slide off the top one, and then you're going to drop this one on top while you're sliding off the queen of spades. So this, like that. I've dropped it. And then you're dropping this on as you're sliding the queen of clubs. Drop this on. Then you do your magical gesture, whatever you want, to show now there's actually 3 cards in between these queens, and it is the 8, the 8, and the 8. And that is the trick, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. It's a very difficult card trick, but if you keep practicing it, you'll definitely get it down, and awesome. Thank you all so much for watching the video. I really hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll be back next week for some more awesomeness. See you later, everyone. Goodbye.